listening to the Greenskull podcast,
a podcast for fight fans, music artists, and creatives alike. Alright, so let's jump right into it. So, Khamzat Chimaev versus Lee. Now, if y'all saw the fight, my initial response is damn. A brief explanation is just Khamzat got in there. He basically said that he's going to destroy this guy no matter what. Doesn't matter. He's not afraid of nothing. And, a lot of fighters say that, and then, they don't really do much. Sometimes it comes back on them. But you never want to count Khamzat Chimaev out. You got to remember, this dude fought within, 2 months. I think he actually fought 2 fights in a week and won both first round. We're talking about a dude who made history, okay? This dude's just a savage. Khamzat Chimaev is the real deal. He did exactly what he said he was going to do. He said he's going to go in there and basically beat the shit out of this guy. This guy can't do nothing to him. And it was facts. It was really sad. I was going for Khamzat Chimaev because I like his attitude and I like how he just doesn't give a fuck. Khamzat came out. He was pumped as hell. I think that was the first time he fought in front of a crowd. So he looked like he was ready to just throw down. And Lee also, you guys know Lee, top contender. He's really good. He's not no scrub, obviously. Basically, Khamzat comes in there, bro, just toys around with him for maybe 30 seconds. No one really throws anything. Goes in for a takedown. Struggles a little bit. Picks up Lee like a baby. And when I say like a baby, I'm talking he picked him up like a baby. And basically walked over to Dana White until he looked at him and told him, "This is your guy? I'm going to smash this guy." You know what I'm saying? So, and while the whole time this is happening, Lee is just trying to get out of the body lock. And he just couldn't do shit about it. It was literally the craziest thing I've ever seen. You got to remember, these guys should defend takedowns. They train to not get picked up and slammed. They train all of this. They're ready to go. And no matter what Lee did, Chimaev was just better, stronger. And so, yeah, he picked him up like a baby, looked at Dana White and said, "This is your guy?" Slammed him, got on top of him, and proceeded to just choke the shit out of him, which was so scary. If you think about it, this guy has unstoppable power. He's very strong. Obviously, he's got knockouts. He's got tons of submission wins, very dominant fighter. He made it look, without being disrespectful, he made it look very easy. It was not a problem. Lee, he had too much pride. He didn't even tap out. He literally just went out. He literally just passed out. Khamzat Chimaev got the W. I think it was 2 minutes because, they struggled a little bit. He was moving positions, trying to just get him in a choke. But still, it's very dominant performance. Very scary. When I talk to my buddies about UFC, we always talk about how the dudes with the Abraham Lincoln beard, you just can't mess with those guys, man. These dudes who have those MMA ears, you know what I'm saying, the cauliflower, and that beard, you can't play with those guys, man. Those guys are scary. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Khamzat Chimaev got the win on his post-fight interview with Daniel Cormier. He was telling everybody he's going to kill everyone. He's taking over the division. So I'm ready to see him, man. I'm ready to see him against top level guys. Obviously, he was against a really good a fighter in Li Zhang Liang. But I'm really interested to see, because he's calling out Kamaru Usman. He's calling out, saying Kobe Covington ain't shit. He called out Nate Diaz. And I'm just look, I'm a big Nate Diaz fan, but I don't want to see Khamzat versus Nate. That just looks dangerous, especially because Nate, he's just been through it, bro. He's weathered in this sport, you know what I'm saying? Not that he's losing it. It's just he's very, very durable dude. I just don't want to see him get dominated the way he did when he fought Masvidal. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But yeah, Khamzat Chimaev got the W, and he made it look very, very easy. The next fight that I really wanted to talk about was Islam Makhachev versus Dan Hooker. Now, if you guys follow UFC the way I do, Dan Hooker took this fight after his win over Nasrat. And so they basically just told him, "Hey, man, nobody wants to fight Islam. Do you want to fight him?" And he said yes. He took the fight, and he just said, you know what, like, you guys act like he doesn't bleed like me, you know what I'm saying? So I respect the confidence that Dan Hooker had in trying to get in there and take out Islam. Because obviously the rumor is that everyone's afraid to fight Islam. Yeah, honestly, he has 9 finishes, now 10 finishes, 10 wins. And yeah, Islam Makhachev, I've been telling people, bro, he's the real deal. This dude could literally do whatever he wants to you. It doesn't matter. Like, when you see a guy, right? Remember, he has the Abraham Lincoln beard and the big ears. You know, he's part of Habib's team. You know what it is, man. If you guys follow fights, you guys know what it is. So when you see a guy this calm, just chewing gum, right? Not even worried about anything, just chewing gum, all calm. And then he's just like, it doesn't matter. Give me anyone. It doesn't matter. There's only certain people that you believe, and he's one of them. Him and Khamzat Chimaev. Like, I'm telling you, man, the guys with the Abraham Lincoln beards, it's just like, they're killers out there, man. It was literally the way Khamzat won, basically, if you think about it. He went in there. He went for the takedown immediately. I think he threw a right hook or an overhand right, hit Dan, double legs, took him down. So, yeah, basically, Dan Hooker's right arm was in a deep Kimura, and Islam Makhachev was pulling that shoulder and the arm way back behind his back, and Dan, I think he verbally tapped because his left arm was underneath his body. So if you guys see like how a Kimura usually looks, you'll get what I'm saying. But Islam Makhachev, I've been saying he's the real deal. I feel like it doesn't matter who wins the title, whether it's Dustin Poirier or Charlie Olives. I think Makhachev's just going to come in and take him out, bro. Whoever it is, like he said, it doesn't matter. Like, I just think that he's on a whole nother level when it comes to grappling. He's a scary dude. And he's making a very good point for himself. Like, everyone in the top 5 fought for the title already. So it's like, who's next? They were asking him on his post-fight, like, you know, you're going to take another fight if they offer. But he's asking for the title already. And I think he's well-deserving of it. Like, bro, he's 9 wins. Well, actually 10 wins now. He hasn't lost since 2015. So it's crazy, man. Islam Makhachev is the real deal. Dan Hooker, he's a beast for even taking that fight because, you know, no one wanted to fight this guy. But he said, fuck it. He's a beast. He took it, and it's all good. I mean, it's not like you lost to someone who's like a scrub. Everyone's afraid of this guy, and you took it. So shout out to Dan Hooker for taking the fight. You know, Dan Hooker did his thing, and it just ended up being too much for him. It is what it is. So Petr Yan versus Corey. I had this Corey winning. Everyone has their own opinion. You might have looked at it differently. I picked Corey Sandhagen to win. And to be honest, I think he did really good the first 2 rounds. I think it was round number 3 where him and Petr were really not doing shit. It was just kind of like a resting round. And then Petr turned it up on round 4 and 5. And I think that's initially what got him the victory, was that he was being pretty dominant. He dropped Corey with a spinning back fist. Yeah, Petr Yan looked good at round 4 and 5. But if I'm being honest, I think the more technical fighter, because Sandhagen was making Petr miss so many punches. So in my humble opinion, I do feel like Corey got robbed again, because I initially think that he beat TJ no problem. I mean, look at that TJ fight. Look at who went in normal, and then look at who came out messed up. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand how like TJ won when he had like half a face. You know what I'm saying? Like, TJ's face was messed up, and Corey came out like nothing happened to him. So I don't know. I feel like Corey got robbed again. But regardless, it was still a good competitive war, because Petr Yan, obviously former champion, lost by an illegal knee. He threw an illegal knee to Aljamain Sterling, and then somehow Aljo became the champ. It is what it is. Obviously, Petr Yan's a savage. I'm not taking anything away from him. I just truly think that Corey won that fight, just like I think he beat TJ. So, in my opinion, I think Corey should have been the interim champion right now, but it's okay. It makes for a good storyline. He'll always be back. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's the end of the world. Obviously, it's going to be a long road to come back and to build your way back up to a title shot, maybe like 2-3 fights. So, you know, it's going to be a minute until you actually get another title shot. But it's not the end of the road, man. He didn't lose badly. He went 5 rounds with the former champ, and he got dropped once. It's not like he got destroyed by Peter. And obviously Corey didn't drop Peter or nothing, but it was a very competitive fight, and I think Corey won, man. But that's not what happened. Petr Yan is the interim champ. Now he's gonna go on and fight Aljamain Sterling. We'll see what happens in that division. But yeah, so Petr Yan won. But what I didn't like was he didn't give himself credit at the end of the fight when he was talking to Daniel Cormier with the interview. Daniel basically asked him, like, do you think you did enough to win this fight? And then Corey just said, no, not really. Like, why would you say that? You went 5 rounds with the former champ, and it's not like he destroyed you. All the scrambles from, like, the takedowns, like, it was a very competitive fight, and it's like, you make yourself look bad. Like, it's kind of like you're throwing away all that hard work. All that hard work to get to where you are at that moment. And you threw it away by just saying, no, not really. Like, how does that even sell the next fight? You know what I mean? It is what it is. Petr Yan won. He's the interim champ. He's going to go fight Aljo again. And we'll see what happens. The main event of UFC 267, we had Blachowicz, the champ, versus Glover Teixeira. And, man, it was like a night of finishes, honestly. The main card was wild. It was literally like a night of finishes. Both of them are both good dudes. So I didn't even know. I wanted Yan to stay the champ, but at the same time, I wanted Glover to win. This might be his last time to even try for the title. He's 42. And Yan is a little older too, so I was just like, may the best man win, But yeah, so basically the first round, it was just all Glover Teixeira. He came out and basically just dominated, threw him on the ground, and ground and pound. Then when they got up, Yan told him, that, like, you got the first one. And the champ gave him like a little look, like the second round's not going to be the same. And unfortunately, it was. Glover looked great, man. He's on, I think that was his 6th fight win streak. So he had 5 fights, 5 finishes before he fought the champ. And he literally finished the champ. He was piecing him up on the feet second round, put him on his ass, and gave him a real dude. When he flattened out Yan, and Glover was on his back, I knew it was over. He choked him out. It was crazy though, because like the choke wasn't even that deep, and Yan tapped pretty quick. I mean, granted, I'm not there and I'm not getting choked out. Obviously, he had like the instant regret. Maybe he thought, I could have fought more to get out of it. Polish Power had a good run, and he said that he's not a quitter in his post-fight interview. That he'll be back. And he'll make another run at the title, and I hope he does, because truthfully, I don't know if Glover can hold that title for very long. But I'm happy that he became the champ. Because at least you get to see someone who's been working their ass off become a champion. You know what I'm saying? And Glover Teixeira is one of those guys. Everybody loves him. He's a great personality, good fighter. And he was beating up all these young guys to get to Yan, and then he beat Yan. So, well-deserved title. And felt bad for Yan, but, stand-up guy, gave Glover all his credit. He just said, it just wasn't his night. Tonight he's champ, and he'll be back. So, like I said, it was a great morning of fights with Abu Dhabi. And I kind of like that. I like the fights in the morning at Abu Dhabi because, like I said, you could, like, chill in the morning, eat some breakfast, watch people get fucked up. And it was fun. It was a good morning of fights, UFC 267. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Greenskull podcast. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
You're listening to the Greenskull podcast.
A podcast for fight fans, music artists, and creatives alike.